Hey, it's Jeremy from jeremy.net. So I am doing some figure drawing studies from Michelangelo's The Last Judgment. The Last Judgment is one of the pieces that Michelangelo painted for the Sistine Chapel. He painted the ceiling, and then this is the large. It's the large mural that's on the back wall of the Sistine Chapel. And my wife and I went to Italy a few years ago, and on the trip we went to the Vatican and we visited the Sistine Chapel. And I have to tell you, I'm not somebody who gets awestruck particularly easy. I mean, maybe it's my cynical nature, but the Sistine Chapel was really one of the most astounding works of art I've ever seen. And if you ever get a chance in your life to go and to visit the Vatican, you should definitely go. It's very much worth it. I mean, there's so much great artwork in there besides the Last Judgment, but the Sistine Chapel is just stunning. And what's stunning about it is just the volume of figures in that piece alone. Like it literally takes up the whole back wall, and it's just a giant mass of human figures intertwined with each other. And there's a story, there's stories behind like what figures are like are actual real people versus what saints they are and where their places are in society, which is the reason why Michelangelo depicted them in the way he does. But it's one of the greatest examples of Michelangelo's master painting work. I mean, obviously he's done much more sculpture than he did painting, but still, he's a master painter as well. And when I saw that piece and I just saw the variety of figures that were within it, I always felt like it would be great for me to just go and pick figures from it and just study, just work on poses and volumes and anatomy. Like I thought it would be a great way for me to work on my gestures and my basic structure, but instead of drawing from imagination or drawing from a model, it would be great to look and do master studies and really use it for reference for the poses alone. However, I was a little bit rusty when I sat down to do this because I haven't been going to figure drawing class lately. And I really thought that I would just do like 5 or 6 minute poses and I would just sit and sketch from each one quickly and just work on my basic volumes and fundamental forms. But I just sort of got sucked in by the beauty of Michelangelo and just the sculptural nature of his figures, how like all of these muscles and limbs just interlap and fold into each other. And it's just such a difficult thing to convey on the page that I ended up just sitting there and just drawing and drawing and drawing, trying to convey it. And even with this one, I ended up redrawing the head, which I didn't really get the head from the angle that it is on the cover of this book. But the book that I'm drawing from, the Last Judgment, A Glorious Restoration, the book is about the restoration project that went on in the I believe it ran from 1980 to 1994, where they went and they restored they did a restoration of many of the pieces in the Vatican. And there's another book, a companion book, that's just about restoring the pieces in either the Vatican as a whole or in the Sistine Chapel, like some of the pieces that have faded and aged with time, because they were painted prior to the 1500s. In terms of they were started, I think they were completed, in the 1500s. The book goes into the details, not just of the history of the Last Judgment itself and all the details of the painting and all the significance and allegories of all the figures, but then it also goes in further detail. There's a couple of essays inside by historians, the people who actually run the Vatican Museum, as well as one of the art archivists who actually supervised the restoration process. We would go in, cleaning the piece, touching up colors where they needed to be, and trying to make it look like the way it did when it was originally painted. So I'm probably going to use this book again. I'm not sure how soon I'll get around to doing it. Maybe I'll do one sooner just so you can see what I was originally intending, because I wasn't intending to sit here and do detailed drawings of each of these. And mind you, these are still not highly polished master studies, but I spent a lot more time on these than I intended, because as I sat down to draw, I was like, nah, these aren't flowing the way I thought they would. So I just spent more and more time trying to get them to just capture the basic volumes that I wanted to get and the basic forms and shapes that were in these paintings. So I only ended up doing, I think there's only the two pieces here, plus the plus me drawing the head from the original piece the second time. But I probably was planning to just sit and do like a series of really short studies and kind of show you just the sheer number of different figures and poses they have in there. It's an incredibly intricate, beautiful piece, and I wanted to buy a book because I could get a really nice print. There's plenty of prints out there of The Last Judgment unto itself, but the piece is so big that even if I got like a large 18 by 24 or 24 by 36 poster, all of the figures in there would still be pretty small because it's a massive painting. And again, that's one of the reasons why it's so stunning. It's stunning because it's a huge level of quality of draftsmanship, of composition, and of anatomy, but it's done on such a huge scale and with so many figures and so much detail. So it's definitely a piece that's worth checking out online. I mean, you can find, tons of images online of various pieces of it. And I ordered the book that I'm drawing. I got it from a used bookstore, and it's a great value because it just has so many beautiful reproductions of various pieces from it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy these videos, please like and share them. Visit my resources page for free creativity tools and comic books at resources.jeremy.net. That's resources.gerimi.net. Also, visit my main website, jeremy.net, where you can buy my comic books, art prints, and more. There's also links to my Instagram, Twitter, and other social media accounts. That's it for now. Go be creative.